everybody, and welcome to Paranormal Nation Radio. Not so normal. And how's Denise doing tonight?
Besides having a horrible migraine right now, I'm doing great. The good news is you can't tell I have a horrible migraine by looking at me, but
right.
I try to not look like I feel.
And you got a doctor's appointment. You say next month something. Are they going to
Yeah.
figure out why you always get these migraines?
I've been having migraines since I was 15. They used to go, oh, it's cyclical. It's with your cycle. And I just wonder if it's from hitting my head.
Probably.
Very good possibility on that one.
So, but it is what it is.
Well, no, you've always had migraines.
Yeah, I've always had migraines. It's just, are they acting up right now every day because I hit my head?
Right. Have you tried those things that you put in your ear and it pinches and it's supposed to help the migraine and all that crap?
No.
Okay.
So, and I'm not doing Botox because I'm not poisoning my body.
Nope.
And Ubrelvy takes too long. But you know what works really good most of the time?
What's
a little
that?
bit of caffeine.
Mm-hmm.
So, but there's not enough caffeine in tea.
No, and you don't drink coffee.
Nope, I don't drink coffee, but I do have some like Bi Boost. They also say that antioxidants help. So maybe I can go grab some from the kitchen. But I took something, so hopefully it'll go away. And
a good shot of hot brandy will take care of it.
Yeah, I'm going to be babysitting after this, so that's probably not good to be drinking.
Oh, she getting both of them?
Then you need 2 shots.
What are the kids doing?
They're going out tonight. They Tyler performs. I don't know if you call it rap or crap, but he did the opening for my show.
Right.
That was his, but I mean, I told him what to say, but he did it. So he's into the music scene, and he's been asked to come up and perform with a couple of his friends. And it's only for like an hour and a half, but it's in Kansas City.
Right.
So that's 2.5 hours and an hour back. So there you go.
Today.
You saw Eminem today?
Yeah. He was dressed like him.
Oh. So you figure they're going to be gone at least 4 or 5 hours. So I won't be going to bed tonight anytime soon.
Well, who knows? He may get real good at it. There's a lot of them out here. Oh, no. Okay.
I mean, he might, but he's got responsibilities.
Yes, he does.
You've got 2 children and an apartment, a car payment.
Yeah.
You've got to work. You can't sit there and spend all your time recording music that nobody's going to buy, and you can't spend the money to produce the music on your own.
Right.
You got to, and they can't get food stamps anymore because he makes too much money for that. So
where's he working at?
He works for a company called Favorite Healthcare Staffing.
Uh-huh.
And he helps nurses get contract positions.
Really?
So he books them to fill in for nursing homes and hospitals and stuff when they have call-ins and say, hey, I can't come in, I'm sick.
Right.
Well, they go in and they help out. So it's a really good job.
I wouldn't have figured it'd pay that much.
Pays pretty good, and they also have incentives. I mean, he gets a lot of gift cards from them, bonuses, all kinds of stuff.
Well, he got lucky landing that job.
And it's work from home.
Oh, he's really lucky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, if he just sticks with it and
continues. He will. The thing is my daughter is very sensible.
Mm-hmm.
She's doing a little bit of prodding, and so she'll get her way. And we see you down there, Rex. We just haven't talked about you yet.
Right. We're going to bring you up in a second, Rex.
So, but yep, all's good. And thank you, Ruth. No, I won't go to a chiropractor. I have a hole in my spine, in my neck, and I'm terrified that they're going to make that hole worse. I was born with a condition called spina bifida occulta.
Right.
It's a weird thing.
Chad's in the chat room over there. He's watching a live feed from San Antonio over that school shooting.
Oh, was it actually in a school or just near one?
I don't know. I've caught bits and pieces of it. I know there was a
school
big
shooting in San Antonio.
A big shooting down there. So soon as Chad finds out something, I'm sure he'll post it in the chat room over here.
Yeah, it just makes you wonder. I mean, let's be honest. How many times do they say school shooting and it was just within a half a mile of a school and it was really in somebody's house?
Right. Or somebody drove by, out on the street and bam, 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 bam. And, oh, it's school shooting. No, it was just drive-by on the street shooting.
Yeah.
It just happened to be in front of a school.
Right.
But, yeah.
Yeah. That's the point, Ruth. People, you can't just walk into a school anymore. You have to have a reason to be there. We have to get buzzed in here in Lewisburg. You go to the door, you push the button, they can see you. They make the decision whether or not they let you in.
Right. Chad said the shooter's dead.
Well, that's a plus.
Well, that saved tax dollars.
Somebody's.
Yeah. 14 students dead, 1 teacher dead, and it was at the school.
Oh, that's shitty.
Ooh, yeah.
And just think, if they'd waited a couple more days, there'd been no kids there.
Okay.
More than likely.
Oh, it was a town that only has, down by San Antonio, 26,000 people in the town, and it's down there where Jay Crane lives at.
Oh, that's sad.
Jay Crane does a live show.
Yeah.
A lot of times. You'll see him in the comments here every once in a while.
Well, my heart goes to the people who lost their children and their loved ones at the school, and I hope the community can survive it.
Oh, and the reports he killed his grandmother before the shooting. Oh, so we got real young.
No, not necessarily real young.
No, but I'd say he's probably in school.
Yeah. So,
yeah. Needed. Yeah. Joy Crane in the chat room right now. It's down there where she lives at.
Well, we'll keep praying for her.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you guys, I had asked a guest to be on. Last week we had Cheryl Ann Elliott Fletcher on. She lost service because she didn't find her stuff. And she asked Nielsen to come on and hopefully enjoy it. And
yeah, correct.
So I'd say I'm still praying for you on my place. And you probably too, knowing that she's okay now.
Yeah, I got to see her Friday night. Joy and I were there, and she couldn't speak. I mean, she weighed less than 80 pounds. And
that's how my mom was.
She knew who you were. I mean, you could tell by the look in her eyes. She knew who you were. And when I left, I gave her a kiss, and I told her I loved her, and she mouthed the words back, "I love you too." And I knew once I left the room that I wasn't going to see her alive again. And 6:30 Saturday morning, she passed away.
Yeah, my mom didn't weigh 80 pounds when she passed away, and it's hard watching them fade away.
And that's exactly what happens. You just, yeah, she looked nothing. She looked like a skeleton. She really did.
Well, I hope she didn't suffer those last days. So,
I don't think she was.
That's good. And I know that your boys are going to miss their grandma too, but I know that they got you, and I know that you're going to make sure that they're okay.
Absolutely.
So
my job.
Well, it is. It is. I mean, that's our jobs as parents, is to make sure everybody's okay, even if we're not.
Right. because my youngest one lives with me now.
Oh, which one's your youngest? Is that Chris?
Chame. Christopher's the older. Yeah, Chame.
Yeah, I can't. They both look young. It's hard to tell.
And now Chame looks even more like me. He shaved his head. So.
Well, it'll be nice and cool for the summer anyway.
Yeah.
Not that you can tell that summer's coming today.
No kidding.
It's cold today.
Yeah, it's cold and it started raining, so that made it just perfect.
Yeah, it's pouring. It was pouring down here just a little bit ago. Ron just got back from his shower and his walk and shower at the same time. So, but I don't know. It's been fun. Have you had to cancel any events because of losing your mom?
Actually the last couple of months, because on top of that, Joy broke her wrist.
Right, I knew that.
And I ended up taking my youngest son to South Carolina for rehab. I just got him. Last week, I got him on Monday. We were back on Wednesday because the funeral was Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been just a real stressful and hectic 2 months. So I haven't been doing much of anything except family. That's been about it.
Well, I'm glad you've been able to at least do that.
Yes.
So I'm glad Shane's home.
Me too.
And I hope it stays positive.
I'm on him all the time. So
well, you're a pretty big guy to be on him.
And it's a little overwhelming for him to be back. I mean, he's been solitary, going home after work, drinking till he passes out, gets up the next morning, does the same thing, drinks before he goes to work. Every break he took, he went out and drank. And yeah, he was bad. He was drinking a half a gallon or more of whiskey a day, and he wasn't sipping it. He was chugging it.
Like it was water.
Yep. And I had to stop every 2 hours on the way there to rehab so he could have a drink. He'd go any longer than that, and it wasn't good. But he's so much more open now, and he talks to an extent. He was never a big talker to begin with. But I think this is overwhelming now that, he's with family. Yeah. And he's got pets, and he loves his job. So yesterday he went back to work.
Oh, good. So he didn't lose his job throughout all this.
No, his boss is amazing, man. He doesn't want to lose Chame because Chame is the best employee he's ever had.
So even halfway there, he was still better than who he had everybody else, huh?
Yep. And his boss keeps an eye on him now. Doesn't give him as many breaks. And keeps an eye on him. And I said, that's much appreciated. I mean,
yeah. Keeping his mind busy is probably the bigger thing.
Yeah.
So I know for me, if my mind's not busy, it can wander, and it does not always go someplace good.
Right.
So
exactly.
And since this is Mental Health Awareness Month, it's important for people to know there is help out there if you need help.
Right. Yes.
Don't be afraid to ask.
He's suffering from that horribly. And while he was in South Carolina, they got him on the right meds.
Good.
So and he's taking them because I check.
Well, that's what good parents do.
And I'm also ordering a breathalyzer. So, I mean, this is his last chance.
Right.
He fails this time. I don't think I think it's it.
Yeah.
I mean, he weighed 121 pounds when I got him to the rehab.
Oh.
He hadn't eaten in 3 weeks.
Oh
So-
my God.
So that was his whole thing, is he was just drinking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Shane, his son.
Oh, great.
he was trying to kill himself by drinking, so he just kept drinking more and more and more. But he's the one that come to me
Okay, well then at least he asked for help.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
knew he needed help.
because he did, and I'm been the only stable person in his life. So
We always have one of those people that's always
Where
there
does he live at?
with Rex.
Oh, he does.
Mm-hmm.
Ron came in late to the conversation, so I have to catch him up.
Right.
Yeah. How you
just
doing,
give
Rex?
him the Reader's Digest version.
I just
Yeah.
did. He goes, "Where's he live?" With Rex. So neglected to tell him all the other parts, but yeah.
How you doing, Rex?
I'm doing fantastic. I mean, for what is happening, it's still good. I really don't have anything to complain about. The weather, yes, but other than that, no.
Well, you know what? In a month, we'll be wishing for this weather.
Probably this
No, I
weekend.
won't. No, I won't.
This weekend, we're probably going to be wishing we was back here. Right
Well,
now.
you know what? So for all of you
Is it
who
what's
there,
supposed to be this weekend?
In the mid to upper 80s.
Oh, that's not
oh,
bad.
that's good.
No, but this rain, you know what the humidity's going to be?
Oh, yeah. It's Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be Louisiana style here.
Who we got
That's
here?
right.
Eddie, Gary, Nigel, Ruth.
And so
Oh,
This
is
week-
everyone?
this week is Carl's birthday. His birthday's on Thursday.
Yep.
Chad's on there too.
It's also Denise and Ron's anniversary this week
We'll be
Yes.
married same day, 38
on
years.
Thursday.
And we finally did figure out what we're doing this weekend, but I'm not allowed to share.
Oh, you're not?
wow.
Oh,
What?
We're not allowed to share what we're doing this weekend, but it's
Talk
something
about pulling
good
a
and
rug
it's something
down
fun.
underneath.
And it's funny that I kind of knew all along that where we were going to be spending the weekend this weekend coming up. So,
that's good.
well, we spent all of last week going, what are we going to do for our wedding
Can we
anniversary?
videotape it?
Can we video? It's not what you think. It's not what you think. But we will share pictures after when we're allowed to
Okay.
share. So,
Oh,
PG version, right?
that could have went south real quick.
yes, it could have. Could have been something you were witnessing on after the Heard Depp trial.
No,
So, but no, we've found
no one's.
funny thing is that all the plans that we kept trying to make, none of them came to fruition. And Saturday morning, I got a call and I told Ron, I said, I already have us a hotel booked, and this is what we're doing this weekend.
I guess you could call it a surprise wedding.
Ooh.
Mm,
But
Ooh.
okay.
There's our paranormal cat.
Yeah.
one
No,
of
no.
one of the four,
Yeah, but that's the only one that climbs up there,
No.
isn't it?
No,
No, all four of
Coco's
them.
usually up here.
Yeah.
3 of them do it.
The only time they climb up on her desk is during this show.
This cat
Yeah.
climbs on me
All the time.
whenever I'm sitting here. She
Yeah.
thinks she has to sit on my lap all the damn time. She irritates me and she digs in her claws.
Mhm.
But I'm still recovering from the scratch I got when we had Jay Lynch on. That's still on my leg. So, but yeah, we got to get dressed up and fun stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. And
Fun.
Good.
it'll be nice.
You guys deserve it.
Yes, you do.
It'll, like I said,
We'll
it's
definitely take pictures.
Yeah, we always tell people all the time that we got married on.
Everybody says, you don't look too bad, all cleaned up.
The last time I wore a dress was when I was the officiant in your cousin's wedding. And I keep telling
Oh.
everybody I'm always the bride or the officiant, but never anything else in the
Wow, it's
wedding.
pouring now.
That's it. Been the bride
It got
twice,
dark
the officiant
really
3
fast.
times. So, I'm looking forward to this, and
I'm happy for you.
not
Yeah.
into dresses though. I can't really wear jeans and a sweatshirt. But
Well, I
it's-
don't wear dresses either, so
Well, do they even have them in your size?
no. But man, would I make one ugly ass woman or what?
Well, at least you don't have to worry about putting your hair up.
True.
You just throw the wig on. You don't have to worry
Yeah.
about it. It fits better on you than half the women.
That's right.
So,
But no, if Denise wore a dress, I don't know if I'd recognize her or not.
I don't even
Probably
know.
not. I don't think
I've
I
never
I don't
seen
think
her
I
in a
would.
dress.
I have to agree.
Last
I've
time
seen her
I
in shorts, capris, and jeans.
You've never seen me in shorts. You've
Nope.
never seen me in capris. You've
Nope.
only seen me in jeans.
just jeans.
I
That's all
thought you
she
had a
did.
pair of shorter jeans on one time.
No.
Nope, I never wear shorts because
Okay,
I
I'm
know that my
mistaken.
legs look like shit.
So it just goes to show I don't look at her legs. You know,
Yeah.
I know she wears jeans.
And
Yep.
even if I wore a V-neck, there's nothing to look at there either. So it all works out. So, but
We
yeah,
got all the bases covered now.
mhm. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and I got to figure out if I want to wear makeup, because that's another thing you don't ever see me wear is
Mm-mm.
makeup.
Never.
Used to, probably haven't worn makeup in 10 years. I remember I was on a show one night. It was 10 o'clock at night. My mom got on there. This was 7 years ago. And my mom goes, "Why aren't you wearing makeup if you're on a show?" And I'm like, "Because I don't need makeup."
No, because we're just natural, real people. We're
Well,
not paid actors. We don't have scripts. We don't have none of that crap out here.
Right. And I think the last time I probably wore makeup was I might have wore a little when I was on Ghost Adventures. That's about it. Only to take away the glare because I'm so white.
Did they come up and powder your nose?
No.
Oh.
They don't do
No,
they didn't
they
do
didn't
that
do it, no.
to
None of that.
they spent most of their time just trying to get the microphone on me.
Oh,
So my voice carries, it'll probably be fine.
yeah.
So, but yeah, I don't wear makeup hardly at all. And like I said, it has to be at least 6,
Where'd Luke go?
7, 8 years.
He's down there.
Okay.
He's just got his camera shut off.
Oh, all right.
So
We've got
Hi, everyone.
Rex. We
Thanks
got
for
a gentleman
joining.
down here in green screen helping him watching.
What?
He's from the
Dad
UK.
doesn't wear makeup?
Okay.
Oh,
good.
man.
Awesome.
Well, maybe
Yeah.
Chad, maybe you should.
Ah,
Maybe that's the problem.
And
Harass-
Gary don't think he's ever seen Ron in makeup.
probably not.
Probably not.
No.
Now that Ron's got granddaughters, though, there is a possibility.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a good possibility.
Uh-huh.
And if it does, you got to take a picture of it. You have to.
Yes.
Well,
I have to do my fingernails too.
Yeah, because
Yeah, I've had that done.
Oh yeah,
Ron's dad got his nails painted from our daughters.
all different colors.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they had been there with grandma and grandpa down in Arkansas for about a week. And after they left, Karen went out. They went out to dinner, and he still had his nails painted. And the lady, she smiled and she goes, "Oh, you must have granddaughters." And he goes, "Yes." And
He goes, "How do you get this stuff off?"
Karen goes, "You don't. You have to wear it off."
It just wears off eventually.
She never told him that there was such a thing as fingernail polish remover.
About a week later, he says, "Man, this stuff's still on there."
Yeah. My daughter got me. I just got in off the road and I was dead tired and I laid down on the couch and I crashed hard. I couldn't tell she was putting powder on me, lipstick on me, trying to put the eyeliner and all this crap on me and everything. And when I woke up, I just didn't feel right. And I got up and I walked by and I looked in the mirror and, oh my God, what the hell? And she's just laughing. And I said, "Yep, you had fun." That's all you can say.
Did your mom did somebody get pictures of you with all that makeup on that they put on you?
They supposedly had pictures, but I never.
They were Polaroids, and
I
it was
never
before the
saw 'em.
internet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I never. I woke up. Well, I've been awake for like 2 or 3 days, went to work, had to work extra, and then after that we were working on a race car. We worked on that all night, trying to get it ready by the weekend, and then went back to work without any sleep. And then that night, they just, a bunch of my friends decided to throw a party, and I said, "Man, I think I'll just play bartender." Right, so I'm making them all drinks, and I mean by 11 o'clock, I just passed out on my friend's couch, and I didn't think I drank anything, but not sleeping for 2-3 days. I was out, and they said they woke up the next morning, and everybody goes, "Who took all the makeup off you?" I'm like, "What?" And I'm walking around, and everybody's like, "What happened?" I mean, there was no trace of any kind of makeup or anything. They said they took pictures and everything. I guess later on, they think Tim's, the guy's house we were staying at, they think Tim's mom saw it and took it off me sometime during the night. I don't know. I never saw the pictures or nothing, but they're all disappointed. I was all cleaned up.
And Sandy, when the granddaughter that's here is old enough to get him, she will. But
Oh,
she's
yes.
1, and the other granddaughter's in Vegas, and she's 6. So it's a matter of location.
Location.
See
Yep.
how long I can dodge them.
He so far he hasn't fallen asleep around any of them, so it kind of
Right.
helps. But main thing is Ruby's not going to do that. He's not into makeup yet. Well, actually, he likes the makeup brushes. He thinks that they feel cute. Fun on his face.
Friend's mom thought I had passed out, and they did all that. I said, "No, I hadn't slept in 2 or 3 days."
Yeah.
You were sleeping
Gary
sound.
said it took him 4.5 hours to cut up the top of that pine tree
Oh
down
man,
there at the cemetery that fell out.
Oh wow!
That
Is
big one.
that old pine tree that was
Right next to Enoch's headstone?
Yep.
Mhm.
And Gary, I got a hold of somebody that
You did that
with
today?
you that's going to cut the rest of the tree down because it's dying.
Let's say
And
it's
I'm afraid it'll fall over on the
rained
rest of
all
the
day today.
headstones. So
coming down again. Man,
My email's going crazy right now.
May showers bring June
I
flowers, right?
Well, what these showers are bringing is probably more weeds to that field.
bringing
So-
more of my grass growing up out here.
Yeah, I just cut it.
Well, I went out yesterday and harvested 8 cups of clovers of the flowers.
The purple
Yeah.
clover.
So to make some clover jelly. So I had to
Now
make
you-
the tincture first.
You're just grabbing the regular clover leaves.
Yep.
No, not the
No,
leaves, the
just
flowers.
The flower, the purple part.
They actually
the
make
purple
tea.
part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They make tea out of them. And so now here's that paranormal
It's
cat.
not real.
Yeah, there's the paranormal cat.
It's not real strong smell or anything.
No.
I mean, it's not real overpowering or anything.
But yeah,
Pretty faint.
but they make tea out of
So I don't know.
the
I don't know what
clovers as
what
well.
kind of jelly it'll make.
I got a feeling it's gonna be like more like sugar water with a little bit of something in it. So I'll find out more. I'm not gonna make all 8 cups of liquid that I made yesterday, and because pectin is expensive right now.
We'll bring
really?
some up.
So if it
It's any
turns out, I'll bring some up. But I want to find some honeysuckles. I want to try and make honeysuckle jelly.
It's when they're moving into the restaurant.
As soon as they get the title all fixed up, we're waiting for that. Doing the background check and everything.
Background check. Oh, you mean the deed search?
Yeah,
So
Yeah. that's all going through. So we should hear something later this week.
Well, so it'll probably be what, early June investigation?
Yeah, early, middle, somewhere in there.
All right.
well, Ron and I are off for Juneteenth. June 20th.
Mhm.
That's a Monday.
Is it
Right.
Monday?
Yep, it's a Monday.
Yep.
So that new holiday that they added to his calendar. So, and I got a floater when they took away Good Friday. So
Oh,
I figured I might as well take Juneteenth with Ron, since it's a Monday, and do something.
We usually take a week or a day off or so that time anyway. Usually have something going.
Yeah, we usually do. It's my birthday. My birthday's coming around that time, so. But,
right.
but so Rex, have your plans changed at all from the last time we talked?
They have. Obviously, with everything going on, I'm debating whether I'm going to do half the stuff that I was going to do this year.
Okay.
With the price of gas, I mean,
I know.
Yeah,
that's
it's
killing me right there.
Yep.
But I've got 3 investigations for sure. Edinburgh, Farrar, and Mineral Springs for sure.
Okay. When are you going to Mineral Springs?
October.
Well, we are going to be there
in October.
We're going to be in Alton October 15th, because I can't get that changed.
I'd have to check, but I think
I remember that it was the week. I think it was the week after we were there. I think that's what.
Yeah, because I was going to miss you guys. Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to miss by a day or two.
Because we're in St. Louis the following week for our niece's wedding on the 21st. And
yeah, if we're going to do a camp out, we'll have to do it that next night, or it ain't going to happen.
We can't do it because
I'm not making 2 trips out. Not $6.50 a gallon for gas.
Listen to this,
no way.
So you'll know what's going on. Lacey's coming out, and that's the reason why I wasn't going to change it.
Right.
I don't want to spend my time with Lacey doing something that Lacey doesn't want to do. So,
okay, she's coming out when?
She's coming out for the wedding.
Right.
She's going to be
okay. Then we won't have a camp out.
Well, then I'll make sure I tell him that.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm not going to force my daughter. I'm not going to change time with my daughter for a camp out.
Right.
Exactly.
So I'm going to have to let the other people know that they can have the.
Yeah, I can't make that trip 2 weekends in a row.
Well, we don't know what gas prices are going to be in
It'll
October.
be about $6.50 a gallon.
We don't know that.
Well, I do.
It could change.
I know the dumbass that's running our country.
I'm trying to be positive. I'm saying it could change.
Well, I'm just. Plus, I drive over 1,000 miles a week.
I know,
but you don't seem to give a damn.
I do.
I'm tired of driving.
That's fine.
He needs to find a job where he can work from home.
That's what I'm going to start doing.
Yeah, we found out one of the jobs that my company had listed is saying that you have to be fully vaccinated. And it's like, my company is not requiring that. Why is Brightspeed, the part that we're selling off, requiring that? And are they requiring that? And is that just a misprint that's left over from when they were trying to require that?
It's got to be a misprint. Nobody's requiring that nowadays, are they?
No, not hardly anyone.
And I don't know
if
I'd
work for.
And the question is it because these are field contractor or field engineers that are going out in the field? Do they have to be vaccinated? I don't know. So, but yeah, the guy was complaining when I sent him a message asking him some questions. He goes, "Well, I can't give you that information until I hire some people." I'm like, "Don't care. I need a name. Give me a name."
Yeah.
Right.
And I said, well, if you're hiring, let me, send me the job posting and I'll let my husband look at it. And he sent me the job posting and it had this in there. And it's like, okay. And it's for Junction City. So the question is is he going to be, can he work from home and just go to Junction City a couple of times a month or what is it? And I can't really ask those questions. That kind of has to come from the applicant, not from the screener.
Right.
So, but yeah, the guy's just right over here in Gardner. It's not like I can't go over and, well, actually, I might be able to go over there now because before they were requiring that I had to be vaccinated to see anybody I work with. Like, okay, whatever.
Now you don't so far until this monkeypox crap.
You mean shingles?
Yeah.
Because that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
I mean,
Real bad case.
And yeah, and the bad case and the things that they're showing us looks like really bad chicken pox.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them look just like the pictures that they use for shingles. So which is it? Is it shingles or is it monkeypox?
It's election year, so they're got to bring something in.
Oh, it's the election virus. That's what it is.
That's what it is. Why do
I
you
know.
think they called it the monkeypox?
I call Ruby Monkey all the time, you know, but
Right.
he's not real. He doesn't think it's funny. But yeah, I just think that this is I just wonder if this is a side effect of the shots.
Could be.
That's interesting. That could
So
be.
who's getting monkeypox? Is this another thing that they're going to require a vaccination for suddenly? Yes, it is.
Yep.
Is this something else that's going to be out there to divide us again?
Exactly.
So
It's going to be rougher and harder this time for them because people got smart, or should have got smarter. But
yeah.
yeah, I mean they should have. But the last report I heard was like 56 cases so far in the United States.
56. Oh, so this isn't moving as fast as COVID did.
No.
Well, wait till the mainstream media gets a hold of it, and then it'll be a whole different story. They'll start pushing it out there and making it sound like, you know, 1 million people overnight have contracted this,
and then they'll have to figure out how to blame Trump on that one too.
Yeah, and how to monetize it.
Yeah, how they make money off it.
That's right.
You know, we were all talking about
big pharma
the shots, and you have to have a shot to get into here and get into there and everything. Our friend down here in the green room, his story, he's from the UK, but he's a United States citizen. Right?
Right.
He's still in the UK. He's tried getting over here twice. It's I mean, his story, I could see a movie being made out of it.
Of AIDS?
I don't know.
You know, the first time he went through Canada, and because he wouldn't get the shot, they sent him back. And the second time, he showed up at JFK, and they didn't have him in the computer.
Yeah.
So they sent him back.
Well, more than likely, I'm not in the computer.
Right.
Right.
I'm not in their computer, but I should be. But
my mind is now onto something else.
right.
Well, I don't really want to give. I don't want to give monkeypox any of my time.
No,
exactly.
Because we
haven't
don't
even
have
been talking about it on the radio. At all.
The question is, I mean, Gary put in here, men who are at an all-male party are getting it in Europe.
Yeah.
Okay, is this just a hybrid of HIV and AIDS, or is it something completely and utterly new that we don't know? We didn't know anything about. So, like I said, I don't really want to give it any credence at this point because we don't know enough ourselves to really discuss it.
Right.
All we can talk about is what we've heard and what we have to research it. And I don't want to give people the wrong information.
No.
So
but
if you guys are interested
popping
in it,
up in the news here and there and everything.
Research it. Find out more and tell me. Tell me
and
about
research it good. Don't go by the fake news ad here. Research different places to get your news.
Don't take CNN for their words and don't take Fox for their words. Find make your own opinion.
Right.
How it got started. Well, like I said, I need more information before I can talk it.
Right.
So, but yeah, it is what it is, and people vote. That's the only thing I can say. Vote. Go out there and vote for the right people. I'm not going to tell you who the right people are. If you're not smart enough to figure that out, then don't vote.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
I vote most closely with
Considering how things are now, I don't know how anyone would vote Demon correct. I just don't. I have no idea how what they're looking at.
Well, the
I mean,
Democrats,
because everybody's feeling
they're
this.
not. They know they're not going to get
Everybody
votes.
is. They can't cover up.
No, they can't.
I mean, because we're all living it.
Yep, we live it. We see it every day.
Yep.
You live
Mhm.
in a small town and you see gas go up overnight, and you're going, I know they didn't deliver gas overnight. Why is my gas $4.09?
Exactly.
And it was
Yep.
$3.99 yesterday.
Right. They're not supposed to change it until a new load comes in.
And you know, like I said, and in a small town, you know that they're not getting it every day.
Right.
So why is it changing? Is it because
Well,
it's
they're not getting it
computerized?
as much as they used to. Because I was getting gas, and the pump literally ran out. It started going really slow, and then it just stopped and shut off like I turned it.
He was at Casey's getting the unleaded 88, and it shut off in the middle.
Oh man.
I was even cleaning my windshield and everything else, and I thought, wow, this thing's really going slow. And I looked over, and that thing just barely moved. It just and then it just like click, you're done.
Yeah, the gallons was moving slow, but the dollar signs were moving real fast.
Yeah.
Well, you look at these truckers. A friend of mine always sends us his
How they're going
stuff
to
and
stay in
everything.
business?
I don't know.
I don't know. I was going to ask you. You used to drive a truck. How do these companies stay?
I
in
mean, when I got out of the trucking business and I was in there for 20 years, and 99, 2000 when I got out, and fuel was just hitting $1.10, $1.12.
Yeah.
And, you know, trucks out here back in, we was getting 4.5 miles to the gallon and everything. And, you know, I had 50s on each side, 300. So you're talking $300-400 every time I fueled up.
Yeah.
Now, a friend of mine, he's down in Florida right now, loading, heading back up here. He topped off down there and put 171 gallons in, $942.
And just think,
Yeah, back then diesel was cheaper than gas.
Yep.
Right.
Not anymore.
No, I mean, I was making decent money back in and everything, figuring out the mileage for pay and all this and that. And I figured out his with his payments and everything. And he's lucky if he's making 5 cents more than a company driver.
Yeah. Yeah, because they got insurance and all the other expenses with that.
Mm-hmm. And you get payments.
and
Yeah.
and
I don't
what is
know.
the reimbursement now through your taxes? Is it
I mean,
53 cents?
what's going to happen if the diesel gets so high that
They're gonna
shipping companies
they're
go
gonna
out
shut
and
them down.
you can't. Yeah, the whole country shuts down.
Oh,
Yeah.
when we went
And then
down last weekend,
Is it
we
time
went
for
down-
lunch then? Yeah.
We went down to Lake of the Ozarks last week and drove down the road. I was around like 4 or 5 cents. Somebody sat behind us. They got trucks sitting down. The brakes and they're high enough to afford to pay a driver to take it, pay the fuel, pay all this. It's cheaper just to let them sit. And we're seeing a lot of that out here. We had a gentleman come into the restaurant today. He owns 5 trucks. They're all setting right now because he cannot afford with the brake
No,
prices
I
and the
don't
fuel.
know how they could.
Mm-mm.
Chamber.
You know
Come here.
what's bad is that the tax is on, the mileage rate only went up 2.5 cents for 2022. So it's 58.5 cents is what they get back, what they can write off. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
That is.
That's not even that 2.5 cents. They might have, that's toilet paper.
That's it. And I mean, yeah, he hauled a load. He hauled a load from Olathe
Now so they can see you.
to down by Trenton, Florida.
Here he is.
Actually,
Paid $4,000. Hey, brother, How you doing?
Good, and yourself?
Doing real good.
I'm glad to hear you're
real
doing
good.
well.
Yes.
Yep.
Excellent.
Keep up the good work.
Yes. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. I will.
And if you ever
need to
need to
get-
talk, you ever
You
need
should
to
get him
talk
a
or
radio show.
anything,
He's
we're
got a
always
great
out
radio
here.
voice.
Yeah, I mean, he must have got it from me at least. We sound
Oh,
alike.
Man,
Yeah, he's got a deep
say
voice.
something again. now he's gonna focus and concentrate now.
Right.
No, you guys ought to do a show together.
The audio is messing up on my end.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
I hear you just fine.
Yeah.
I hear you guys just fine.
Well, what
Okay.
they see on Facebook
Let
is totally
me-
different than what we see and hear.
Well, I'm gonna go check out on one of the Facebook pages and I'll view it and see what it sounds like.
Yeah. I would have assumed it had been on mine with the all the scripts running. Because
Okay.
I'm working as we do this as always.
Right. But no, they say it's on my end, so
It's going in and out.
We haven't heard any on
I haven't heard
our
anything.
side. Yeah.
We'll just smile. Go
I
from
mean,
there.
Rex froze up a couple times, but that was earlier.
That was probably because of Iowa. And it should have
Probably.
been breaking up when I was bitching about the tax rate. Because that's what Facebook's likes to do. They like to block us out when we want to talk political.
Exactly.
And here I am being political.
yeah, it
So-
shows it's a little jittery on my side. So let me go see if I can fix that.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about. So you can't.
Okay.
You think you're going to cancel some events that you were going to
Yeah.
do Yeah.
I'm
because of gas.
and I'm trying to basically stay close in here in Iowa. I mean, Mineral Springs isn't that bad for me to
Not
go
too
to.
bad.
And I've always wanted to be there, go to it but my art shows, I'm keeping all of those. It's going to be tough because I did one at the end of March and in Des Moines, and I sold everything.
I know that's what you said.
And I'm still trying to, but with the last couple months,
Right.
I can't sit down for 10 hours and do anything because there's been so much going on.
Right.
But you'll find a way.
I will.
I'll be back.
Okay.
She got her phone
Wait
call.
till 7.
And I've got
Yeah.
people out there finding frames for me. They're going to, Salvation Army and whatever they can, and because everything framed was gone. All I had is a few of my hand drawings in the portfolios left. That's all I brought home.
Wow.
And I do have a lady, a good friend of mine. She's selling my artwork in her store. And she wants me to come down on a weekend and meet the artist and spend the day, which I love doing. Obviously,
Right.
I don't have a problem talking. So, and then showing my work. But I've done a few pieces. I did a piece. Shane took a picture of him holding Mom's hand just before he left for North Carolina. And I actually drew it. And it's one of the proudest things I've ever done.
Oh, really? That's
And
awesome.
it's all pointillism. There isn't a single line on it. It's all dots. And it's 11 by 14.
Oh, wow.
And Chris took a picture holding Grandma's hand, and I have a picture. So I'm going to draw those two as well. But I'm trying. I've got 6 pictures going right now. And I'm just going back and forth and back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
But it hasn't been nice enough out for me to do any of my paint pouring or anything either. Because I've got to do it outside. It makes such a mess.
Yeah.
Right.
So
But I did a private investigation here, I don't know, maybe a month ago. I did, and I had another family get a hold of me to do one in Davenport, but with I had to be here for Mother's Day because that was going to be Mom's last time. Then she passed away, so I've rescheduled it twice on them. I can't do it next weekend because it's Memorial Weekend. So I don't know if they're thinking that I'm blowing them off or whatever, which, they contacted me. So either they'll work with me or they won't. It's not going to
Trying to get in the stroller.
hurt my reputation or anything. I just haven't had the time. Things happen and family comes first, no matter what.
That's exactly right. Family always comes first.
Yep.
In fact, that's what that was. Clover got her very first stroller and doll. And they had to show me that she was pushing it through the house, and then all of a sudden it was behind her and she was yanking it behind her, and then she tried to go between the chair and the wall. Not very much space with the stroller, but luckily the chair is a swivel, so she got it all the way around there, and then at the end she tried to climb into the stroller. So, and Leah said, she goes, I've waited my whole life to get my daughter a baby doll in a stroller. So, and like I said, she's running around with this thing like she's been pushing a baby stroller her whole life.
Mm-hmm.
So for a 1-year-old, that is amazing.
Yep.
That is.
The stroller will be at your house before long.
No. Grandma's got to start getting rid of some stuff.
Nope. Yeah, we got enough junk.
Every time they run out of room over there for something, it ends up over here. So I was just
A
telling
house.
Ron,
It's not a house. It's a storage shed
yeah, we're a storage unit.
for everybody.
We still got Lacey stuff,
We
Lindsay
got all her
stuff.
stuff. Yeah.
We still got Lindsay's wedding dress from the first wedding. Oh, I got Lacey's wedding dress from her first wedding in my closet.
Probably got yours.
I do still have mine, but I can't fit it. It was a size 3. I was 98 pounds.
I'm going to try to show you what I did. I don't know if it'll pick it up or not. Can you see that?
Yeah, I was going to say, you said you did it with dots?
Yes. There's the picture he took.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I've tried doing something like that with dots.
They used to call it pointillism.
Now they call it, I still call
dot
it pointillism.
Yeah, they probably call it dot art now.
No, they call it stippling.
Huh.
And I graduated from college, and all my way, most of my life, it's all been pointillism. Now, oh no, it's stippling. Well, you're young and stupid. I mean, you do whatever you want.
You call it what you want.
That's right.
This is what it is.
Exactly. So let's see here. Here is, I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not.
I know. I never know where to put it on there.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
That looks really good.
That's all dots?
Yes. It'll come in. Yeah, see?
Oh, wow.
That's all dots.
Is that all pencil?
You got a talent.
No, it's all marker.
That's right. That's what you said. You use a certain marker, not Sharpie.
No, God. I'll never endorse them if they find somebody to endorse. I ain't going to do it. No way. No. Mm-mm.
The dollar store markers are just as good, if not better.
And the thing is, I found when I got back into my drawing after not drawing for over 30 years, when I got back, I had to find the right medium. And so I decided to use permanent markers. But, I bought the most expensive, which is Copic, which is just outrageous for their, and
Thanks, Rosie.
they were junk.
Yeah.
I didn't like them and end up finding, I probably got, 3,000 markers.
Wow.
He's got more than you.
You got more than I do.
And I finally found what worked, and it worked well because people don't know it's a permanent marker with my work. They think it's a painting or a watercolor, and it's not.
Right.
And I just started doing colored pencils about 2 months ago, and I've enjoyed that. And I can actually blend the colors with that too.
Yeah, I got some of these. They're gel crayons that are blendable,
Hmm.
and they're really neat looking.
Is it a crayon?
Yeah, it's a crayon,
But
it doesn't lose its crayonness. But again, it's really kind of neat that I can and do that. I can color with it, and I can blend it with my finger. I can add water. I can do all kinds of things with it. But I got them for Ruby.
It's kind of like a marker, but
yeah, it's kind of like a marker.
A crayon. Oh, that's pretty cool.
But yeah, but this is the only colors they have are these neon colors.
Did he use them?
Which, you know, I would use, but the only thing is I wouldn't use anything with that big of a tip on it.
Right. But remember, I got this for a 4-year-old.
Right.
So I was trying to figure out how to use them for him.
Oh, there's a camera kitty.
So they sell these at Walmart for like $3.
that ain't bad.
So, and you know, Ruby keeps breaking. Well,
yeah, right.
He hasn't broke these crayons yet. I mean, isn't this sad? I have crayons sitting right by my desk.
He hasn't got a hold of them.
You got grandkids.
There are times when I can't find a pen, and I do write notes for work with these.
Big little notes.
And the thing is I should never say I don't have a pen because this is all pens.
Oh, I got you beat.
This is just one thing. I mean, these are all different pens from different places that I found around the house. And during one show one night, Carl, you may remember this, Ron knocked over all the pens and stuff that were over on this side behind me at the time. He knocked them all down. And this is one of those Persil detergent buckets. And I just stuck them all in there. And this way Ron can throw them around all he wants. I don't have to clean them up.
Yeah, I remember when he knocked that over because it went everywhere.
And they smell nice. It still smells like detergent in there. So,
good smelling pens.
Yeah. So, but again, I don't have to clean them up every time he would knock them over. So, and since I've moved my desk around and stuff, I'm not having that big of a problem with it. So,
right.
Oh, and all of you that came to see if I was making an announcement today, I am not making an announcement today.
Okay.
I will be making one here soon. I've got some things I've got to still work out on where my show is going to be airing. And I've got to make, I got a banner already. I just have to make an intro and an extra or outro, however you want. I'm exiting my exit toe.
Yeah.
So I've got to do that. And the guy who recorded it is my son-in-law. So I need to see if he can I need to listen to it to see if where my branding is in there. Because I think I'm going to try to make it more generic so I don't have to keep changing it out and just word of mouth.
Right.
You know, and saying what network I'm going to be on and all that by mouth, as opposed to changing out the damn intro and outro every time.
Right.
So, and I don't want it to be as hard as it was when I did the one for Reverend Sean.
Yeah.
That took me hours to create that fade in, fade out, you know, for the intro and the outro. I don't want mine to take hours for me to create. I want it to be fun.
Right.
So, and I mean, I had a good intro before. At least I thought it was. I never got to hear it, you know. But I heard that people liked it when it sounded like people were somebody was walking up and knocking on the door and walking in and all that. I mean, it kind of told a story in a way, but I've got to figure that out because, you know, for those of you who don't know, I'm no longer on WBHM-DB.com. and I need a break.
Mm-hmm.
This show I get a break from. I don't have to plan it. I don't have to do any of the hard work. I don't have to worry about all that. I just kind of sit here and talk and have fun. And I don't have to be here if I don't want to be here.
That's
Right.
right.
But I needed a break. Back to it's Mental Health Awareness Month. My mental health is suffering right now, and in more ways than one. I'm stressed out. I'm crying at times when I shouldn't be, and I am a personal wreck. So I am taking time for me, and no, I didn't make the decision to leave WBHM-DB. That was made for me, but I think it was made in my best interest. So, and I'm going to keep it that way.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I will probably be making an announcement here in a couple weeks, and hopefully you guys will follow me to wherever I'm going.
Absolutely.
Oh, I know
Right.
you will. You guys, I'm stuck with you guys, and that's good.
That's
I-
right.
I like being stuck. But like I said, right now, if you guys are out there and you're feeling any mental health issues at all, please ask for help. If you don't
Right.
know where to go,
Yes.
ask. Somebody will tell you. I'm always willing to tell you where to go. It's my job. I tell
Right.
people where to go all the time. So,
Contact us on the Bill of Rights Network, and we'll lead you in a direction. We'll talk to you, whatever the case may be.
mhm. And you guys all know where to find me on Facebook.
Mhm.
Yeah, and y'all know where to find me.
So,
So
but like I said, all this stuff is things happen for a reason. It's not up to us to
Exactly.
figure out what the reason is. We just go with the flow.
That's
So,
it.
Yep, that's what we do. So, okay, so we now know that you're going to go to these events where you're going to be selling your art, and more than likely you'll start focusing here now that some things have eased up on your
Yeah.
plate. Your plate's not as full as it was. It's less full.
no.
And keeping your mind busy is going to be the biggest thing for your
And-
mental health.
And that's always, I don't get bored.
No.
And I don't know why this popped up on my screen. Get off of there. There we go. Yeah, I get up and I'm doing something the entire day. I try to and keep myself busy. I don't get bored, because I remember growing up my parents would say, "You better not tell me you're bored, because
You
I
gotta
can find
shovel
something
it."
for you to do."
Oh yeah.
My dad's was, here's a shovel. Go dig a hole in the yard.
Yep.
Now go fill it up. It was horrible.
Yeah.
Let's see. I like I said, I'll be doing the one for the lady that's selling my stuff in her store, and my office is such a disarray. I don't.
Now, do you have a place where people can, like our viewers over here in the chat room, if they wanted to see some of your work and buy it, do you have a place online?
It's just go to my Facebook page, Unexplainable Art, and if it hasn't sold, just send me a message. I'll let you know, and then I just have them pay over PayPal.
Right. Okay.
And
Okay.
it's because I have control over it, so I don't have anything really new on there. There's some stuff that I put on before the show in March. The new stuff I'm working on now, I haven't put anything up yet. But if they want to commission me for a piece, absolutely. I love doing that. Actually, I just commissioned a piece after I got back from the show in March, and my buddy that does my tattoos, he goes, it was like
Really?
a day after I got back from his place, he goes, "Hey, does this look familiar?" And the girl that I had made the picture for, she had it tattooed on.
Just now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it turned out really good. I'm like, wow, all right. I'm glad he did it because I knew he would have done it justice. I mean, it wasn't an extraordinary piece that I did, but it was really cute.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. I
and
see
yeah,
they put the link up to your unexplainable art over here
okay,
in the comment section. So
thank you.
It's your way.
anybody watching, go check it out. Check out his
I'm
work
the one that did it.
because we've seen it on here. He showed his pictures of it and everything. And I mean, it's awesome.
Thank you.
Yep. Go out there and check that out. Every place that we're live at, the link is in their chats.
Yep.
And I apologize to everybody for AOP. I haven't posted anything in quite a while. I'm sorry. I'm still alive. It's just,
You know what? I haven't posted anything on the Paranormal Pride page, or no, Pride More Paranormal, in a long time. I do all my posting on my show or my personal
mhm.
because they know who I am,
Mm-hmm.
and it's sometimes the paranormal page gets to be too much with the other two.
Yeah, it does.
And if they know who we are, they know where to look.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
And being a one-man crew now, it takes me a long time to go through stuff. I can't,
Yeah.
It's not like I sit there 25 hours a day. You can only
you wouldn't see
listen or
anything.
look yeah.
Right.
And
Well,
I've got new stuff, but I just haven't posted it yet. So
Right.
It gets to the point though to where people want to see it, but sometimes it's those other people that want to critique it.
right.
It's the bigger issue sometimes because they're negative about everything.
Yeah, and they do. And they're sorry to use the phrase, but most time they're a mental midget and don't know what they're talking about. So it doesn't take long for me to shut it down.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't bother me. I mean, I get worse things on my art than I do on the paranormal, and it's funny to watch them do it to my face.
Oh,
Yeah, it's for example, I was doing a show.
don't they do it to your chest? Because I don't know if they can get to your face.
Yeah, they'd have to be
Person.
pretty tall.
When I do a show, I draw the whole time I'm there, and because I've had people walk out and go, "Hey, who's the artist?" Seriously, I'll go find him. I'm sitting right there working on a piece, and they'll ask who's the artist.
Well,
That just kills me.
And
So
do you
they
just
start
go
doing-
like this? Go just a second. Can I help you?
Yeah,
just take your hat and turn it around and go, artist.
yeah.
This other one, paranormal investigator.
There you go.
Got everything covered.
One of the shows I was doing was so funny. I was sitting across from my work, and this group of two men and one woman come in, and the lady that was hosting this art event was in the room with me. And so I'm sitting behind them and I'm drawing, and all of a sudden they come up to my artwork and their backs are to me. They have no idea that I'm even there.
Mm.
And they're going, "Oh, look at this. Oh my God. Anybody could do this. There's no imagination, blah, blah, blah." They were snooty. I was waiting for, "Oh, good God, who'd do such a thing?" And they were just going on saying they could do better, that there was no imagination to it, on and on. They went for about 20, 25 minutes. And finally, I'm behind him. I said, "Wow, really? I kind of like that guy's work." And they turned around and they said, "What would you know?" And I said, "I'm the artist, and I've listened to you complaining about my stuff for 25 minutes. You said you could do better than me. Here." I did. I handed him a paper and pencil. And I said, "Please, if there's a technique that you can show me that would improve my work, please. I'm more than happy for you to do that. I've listened to you to critique it. And I can take constructive criticism." I said, "But can you?" I said, you no validation to what you said.
Yeah.
You just don't like it, which is fine. But the thing
Right.
is, if you hated it that much, then why'd you spend 25 minutes looking at it?
Right.
Right.
Apparently they didn't hate it. They just wanted to complain. And like I said, I think I met those women at the Sally house at one point.
And when I offered them the paper and pencil, it was funny. They looked at me and said, "Oh, we don't need to prove anything to you." And I said, "Yeah, I know you don't, because you can't do it."
Mhm.
They probably couldn't.
No, I'm sure they couldn't,
Right.
because it's not the first time that I've had them critique. And it's funny because what they're critiquing isn't my technique or how I do things. It's just their opinion
Right.
on it. And, you know, I'm an open book. I'm black and white. There's no gray area. Ask me,
Yeah.
you know, and if you're an idiot, I'll tell you, well, you're an idiot. Move on. There's
Yeah.
other people who want to talk to me who give a damn.
Yeah.
Right.
Something that I always say, and
Yeah, don't waste your time.
I had to
with it.
use it today. Just because you have one doesn't mean you have to be one.
Exactly.
And that can go for almost any body part that you have.
Yes. That's right.
So that I don't have to be offensive to anybody and hurt their feelings.
Speaking of stupid people, when we were in Atchison, was it last weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're at the McIntyre Villa, and we had a lot of people there. And, you know, we told them, we said, we always do tours out here at Sally House and other tours of the graveyard and the hop ride along on the hop and all that. And they said, you did graveyard tours? And we said, yeah, we helped Liz out there. And, you know, she'd go around to the big graveyard there and talk about the different tombstones.
The iconology.
Yeah, I had no idea about all that. But I said, yeah, it was really interesting because we come to one part where the Earharts were buried, you know, Amelia's family.
Yeah.
Her
And I said,
grandparents, yeah.
every single time you'd see these people, they'd be looking and looking, and they'd see Earhart, you know. And then they finally look at each other and go, where's Amelia buried at? We can't find her grave. I'm like, every time it would happen. It was just.
No.
I said, Liz, you want to take this one? She just put her head down and go. They never did find her.
Know your history before you ask a question.
Every time.
Yes.
Exactly. I mean,
every time.
Don't go to battle if you don't have anything to fight with.
If she's buried here, then we solve the mystery. Woohoo!
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God. Oh, that made my day. But
funny. They were looking at all the Earharts, and when they, you know, clicked in their head, man, we can't find Amelia.
Yeah.
So Gary remembers who I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we know.
So had to laugh about that.
Takes all, doesn't it?
Well, so Sally, there's actually a story that goes back to Amelia Earhart that one year during the Amelia Earhart Festival, at the Amelia Earhart Festival, somebody in a limo. Okay, if you knew this road, a limo will barely fit down. I mean, the bus will fit down there, so a limo will fit, but you have to back and get out. It's horrible. It's up on a bluff. And one of the unexplained Kansas stories is that this woman showed up there during the Amelia Earhart Festival to look around the house, and she was about the age that Amelia Earhart would have been at that time. And she walked through the house, and she told the tour guide there something along the lines of, it looks a little bit different than when my grandparents lived here.
Right.
And some other things like that. So it's actually in a story in a book here about that. And some people proclaim that it was quite possibly Amelia Earhart coming back to her childhood home. And it's like, well, her childhood grandparents' home, maybe. But on top of that, why would she come back to there and not find, why would she have left her 6-year-old child intentionally?
Right.
Because that's kind of what they're trying to make it look like, is that she disappeared on her own to never come back.
Right.
I don't think so. There was no rumor that she was having, I mean, there are there are rumors now that she was having
Right.
an affair with her co-pilot, but back then there was none.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Her husband didn't think anything of it for her to go flying off with this man. So, you think about it, that's not the case. And back then, at that time, everything was in the newspaper. If she was having an affair with someone, everybody would have known it.
Her picture was everywhere.
Yeah.
It was. It didn't matter if it was in Kansas, Missouri, New York. I mean, being an aviatrix was an amazing feat at the time because there weren't any women that were doing it. So she was well known for that. So if she had done something or was having an affair, it would have been everywhere. So, and we saw that article, or we saw that too on what was that show called? Destination.
They think they might have.
Destination.
That was like what, 3-4 years ago?
Yeah.
But again, unless they've got some DNA in those bones to match up to her son or where her parents are buried in Wyandotte County,
Mm-hmm.
they're not going to know for sure.
No.
And they're not. And Kansas is one of those states that will not exhume a body unless they absolutely have to.
Right.
And Missouri is pretty much the same way. They didn't want to exhume the body of possibly what was supposed to be Jesse James.
Right.
So it is what it is. I mean, that Jesse James thing was going on when we first moved here.
Oh, yeah. It went on for years and years saying that wasn't a body in the grave. And, he went on to live a life. And, yeah.
And the thing is
supposedly buried somebody else that he shot.
One of his cohorts.
Yeah, so he could get off the trail. And
right.
Maybe that's where, he got his idea from H.H. Holmes back in the day. Or vice versa. I don't remember who died first.
Yeah.
It was Jesse James.
So, H.H. Holmes was in the late 1800s.
Yeah, Jesse James is before that.
Yeah, when did Jesse James? When was Jesse James supposedly have died?
Oh, what? 1880s?
Oh, so it was about probably around the same time.
Right.
Yeah. 1870s, 1880s.
I should have put that. It would have been great to put that to my memory, the H.H. Holmes stuff. Yeah, he died May 7th, 1896 as H.H. Holmes.
Jesse was way before that.
Jesse James.
Charlie Bigelow. Yeah, that's the name they say that Jesse James took.
Mm-hmm.
April 3rd, 1882. So really not that far away from each other. But the thing is with Jesse James, that they think that he didn't die immediately, that all this stuff, immediately that he had spirited off somewhere else and that the wrong person was buried in the grave, or did it take 30, 40, 50, 100 years?
Right.
I thought somebody came in and shot him in the back of the head.
They did. And
They did.
right there in St.
Bob
Joe.
and Charlie Ford.
Yeah.
So
that's pretty easy to prove.
They still got the bullet hole in his house up there in St. Joe.
Yep.
Oh, so we got breaking news in Lewisburg.
Uh-oh.
Someone ran from the cops at the gas station, and he just got arrested behind our apartment.
Oh, just ran?
Yeah, ran. And
They
that's
probably ran out of gas.
what's funny is that they're walking through this field.
It's
deep with water.
yeah.
It's horrible. So that's the breaking news in Lewisburg. Somebody was running from the cops from the gas station. and so
You couldn't get it pumped fast enough.
I don't know if they were probably stealing from the liquor store, or because they couldn't. I mean, if they were running on foot, they didn't steal from the gas.
No.
But more than likely, they probably took something from the liquor store. That liquor store gets robbed blind all the time. Yeah. So needless to say,
they can't
Lewisburg is a hotbed of crime.
Can't even afford the gas for a good getaway car. Jeez. Man. The good old days when you could afford a getaway car and gas to get away. I mean,
And you didn't have to siphon it first.
No, exactly.
Right. That's why carjackers now, when they open the door, they go, "How much gas you got in your car before I take it?"
Exactly.
right.
Quarter a tank? No, move on.
Nah, it ain't worth it.
Next.
Yeah.
Well, you're talking about the stories of Jesse James and stuff. It's like DB Cooper.
Yeah.
It came out a couple of years ago. Now they said that he was alive and he went and had a sex change and all this. Oh, bullshit. Who thinks up this crap?
Is he in a relationship with Caitlyn?
Hey,
I don't know.
maybe that's what he needed the money for.
Yeah, it was more expensive back then to get a sex change back then.
No, they said it was just recently.
Oh, just recently.
Yeah. How?
He's hoping to get caught and go to jail, and he can just go to the women's jail instead.
Could be, but I don't know where they caught up with this. And I was just sitting there reading the story, going, "You've got to be kidding me!"
14 kids.
Yeah, that was reported earlier, Barbara.
Yeah,
Holy
Chad
crap.
Candy.
14 kids and a teacher are dead, and the shooter is dead.
And he shot his grandmother too.
Yeah. And then on top of that, Joy in the chat room, it's in her area where she lives.
Right.
Let's see. Joy.
When did this happen?
Joy Crane.
3, 4 o'clock?
I was trying to remember her name.
Yeah.
So.
This happened today, Ron.
Yeah. What time?
Just a little while ago.
Oh, wow.
Probably
shortly before we went.
Yeah, like 2, 3, 4, 3 hours at the most.
Was it at the high school?
That's what they're saying.
3 hours ago. His name was Salvador Ramos, an 18-year-old resident of Uvalde, Texas.
Yeah, outside of San Antonio.
85 miles west, yep. The shooter is believed to have been killed by responding law enforcement.
Good.
The shooting was around 11:32 a.m.
Say good.
Oh, 11:32.
So while school was in progress, that
the elementary school.
And Chad said it was an elementary school.
Yes, that's what it says. Robb Elementary School. Why would you go after helpless? Well, most children aren't that helpless. Let's be honest. They're ornery as hell. But helpless children in this case.
Exactly.
I guess because they're sitting ducks. They can't do anything.
Well, something's wrong because he shot his grandmother and then went to do these shootings and stuff. Why did everybody freeze up on me?
I didn't. I just stopped.
Oh, okay.
I
was looking and everybody was like that, and I was like, "Oh, something happened."
Yeah, I just kind of. Why do people do that? I mean, I know it's rhetorical, but I don't understand why people go after people that they don't even know, who have nothing to do with their everyday life. And what did these children have done to this 18-year-old kid to trigger him?
Yeah.
Is it that they had maybe those kids he felt they had a happy life and he didn't? He was depressed. He had to, something had to have triggered him to kill his grandmother and other stuff. And back to Mental Health Awareness Month, I guess. Yep. I don't know. But yeah. But
then again, whatever weapon he used, they'll try to use it for more gun control.
Yeah.
You know, what a lot of people don't realize is it's not the gun's problem. It's the person behind the gun. That gun don't kill nobody unless somebody's behind it.
Right.
I don't know if you heard about the bill the Democrats are trying to get through. And they're trying to make it like, one of the world order things is you're only allowed one gun per year, and you have to go through the government.
Yeah, they were talking about that, saying everybody had to get one thing they're trying to pass through in a couple of states
You gotta
right
get it
now
approved.
is you have to go get a federal license in order to purchase a firearm.
Yeah.
That's what they're trying to get through. It'll never fly.
No.
No.
Well, I'm thinking that that's the next thing we need to do is we need to purchase another gun
Mm-hmm.
while we can.
Yeah.
'Cause right now we have a 22.
Couple 22.
Couple 22s and a 25. 25's toast. I mean,
Yeah. You need
I
to get
got that.
something a little bigger.
Well, the 20,
Yeah, we'll
the
get it.
25 was my mom's, and I took it when my mom died from my sister because felons can't have guns, and the fact that her son
Rex froze
is
up.
a
Oh,
recovering
Oh, he's back.
recovering drug addict. I
Right.
figured it was best that I took the firearm, and and I'm going to turn it into the cops here at some point because I know that it's
They
not.
could have used it a little bit ago
Yeah,
to shoot that guy.
but the thing is I don't think that it's a safe gun. I think that the gun itself is a problem. That if I was to use it, I could get hurt.
Right. And Sally, we don't need a federal license to purchase a firearm here in Missouri.
No.
not in
No.
Iowa either.
No. And we have no limit on ammo.
Same here.
The only issue is,
just can't
can you
find
find it?
Yeah, you can't find it.
And that's one thing. You was talking about purchasing a firearm. Start purchasing the ammo for the firearms you have
Right.
and keep them coming in because that's going to get harder and harder and harder to find.
I just heard a commercial for a place that they say they got plenty of it. You can
Mhm.
order it online.
Yeah, but you look at the price.
This probably is expensive, but
And it's going to cost you an arm and a leg to ship it.
right.
Yeah,
On top of that,
right. I mean, one of the biggest ammo you can find right now, every pawn store, every firearms shop around's all got 9mm.
and unfortunately, I don't own anything that's small.
Right.
But yeah, we need to do something.
That's
And-
just like when we reload our ammo, me and Scott do. The hardest thing right now is to find is the primers.
Right.
Yeah, if you can't get those, what good is it?
Exactly.
Exactly.
And that's one thing. If they can limit that, they can limit your ammo.
Exactly. You know, they were thinking, oh, we can't take guns away, but if we take primers away,
We can
guess
stop
what?
those people from recycling on
Mm.
top of everything else.
Right.
Right.
And I thought we were trying to be green.
It depends on
What kind of green?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. They're going to be green, all right. It's in that green paper that.
I got news for you. Even if everyone had electric cars, we're not green. There'll probably
No.
be even more pollution.
We're going to need more electricity.
Right.
We're gonna need more
And
coal.
the thing is, they don't know what to do with the batteries after they go bad. They
That's
have
right.
no idea
yeah,
how
they
to
do.
dispose
They don't
of
have a
them.
place to dispose of them yet.
Yeah, they do. India. You know that's where they'll send them. They'll send them to India.
Yeah.
And that
And you know
country's
what it's going to
already so
cost us to
filthy.
have it shipped over there?
They won't. Yeah, they'll charge us. We'll all
Yeah.
have to pay for it.
Yeah, we'll take your batteries. It'll be $5,000 for you to get rid of your batteries because it's going to cost you that to buy new ones.
Mhm.
Cost you 10. Yeah, they're like $10,000, aren't they?
And I'm not buying any damn electric car.
I'm not either.
No.
No.
We're more than
who's
30
going to work
years
on
from
it?
green. Right. There's not enough mechanics out there to deal
Sally,
with
that's just
the
it.
motors.
It's not green. That's a point I'm making. It's not going to be green.
It will never
No.
be green. Not
You
as
may
green
have
as they
just
think.
as much pollution then as we have now,
If
No.
not more.
and we got the least out of any country.
Yeah, they just want us.
They want to go green, get these engineers and everybody that developed the new cars and stuff
Right.
like
We don't
that.
have it.
There's already information out there where these cars can get hellacious fuel mileage, which means you're going to be using less fuel and everything going. That's your best way of going green.
Well,
Yeah.
there's been proven that there's other means of engines out there that use different whatever, and is a lot cheaper. But the oil companies buy up all the not the copyright, the
buy them off.
yeah, they buy up all that so they can. The only thing you got is is a engine or a gas engine.
Yeah.
But it's been proven there's a lot out there that could save us a lot of money, but the big oil companies don't want that out there, so they buy everything up.
Right.
All the patents. That's what I was looking for.
Well, see, they did that years ago in the carburetor industry. Guys would work on these carburetors and build 100-mile-gallon carburetor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The dealer or the big automakers and the fuel companies would come in and offer them big money and buy it.
Yep.
That way you can never use it.
The electric car is never going to take over. The big oil companies and car companies know that.
Right.
I've never seen what I would like, and I don't think there's one I could probably get into comfortably and get out.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's just like Luke just posted over in the comments and everything.
Yeah, the driver was
his Land Rover he has is a diesel over in the UK, and it's one of those that can burn any fuel. So the other day he went and bought 3 big bottles of vegetable oil and put in it, and that's what he's been running on for the last few days is vegetable oil.
Yeah, but the thing is here vegetable oil is like $3 and something.
Yeah, it takes a lot of
32
corn.
ounces.
It takes a lot of corn. It takes a lot of water to make ethanol. A lot. It's like 3 gallons of water to make a gallon of ethanol. It's I couldn't believe how much it was.
Yeah, there's a place down the road here that makes that.
Yeah.
In Garnett.
Mm-hmm.
They made a motorcycle for him, so we knew about it.
A lot of water.
So
it does. I mean, it's. I hate the ethanol. Period.
Yeah, I don't
and
like
everything. It hates my Subaru. It hates it.
It's
real
not
bad.
Yeah,
it runs quicker through your engine.
Mm-hmm.
You're not getting a better gas mileage out of it. It runs a lot hotter and burns up quicker in your vehicle.
Right.
And it causes more maintenance.
Yeah, one of the cars I had.
Oh, that HHR.
HHR. That was one of my.
I'm sorry you bought that.
No, we didn't buy it. It was a company car, and it was a piece of junk. But they said for us to put the E85 in it. Man, it burned that stuff so fast. It was cheaper, but it burned it so fast. It wasn't worth it. It just wasn't, because we were paying less for it, but you went through it so fast. You used more of it.
Right.
Jeffrey, where are you at?
Yeah.
It's got to be California.
No. He's in UK.
Yeah.
He's down below.
God, that's horrible.
That's in the UK. It's $9.28 a gallon for diesel.
Right, and he's saying that that's in US dollars. So
yes,
he's already converted.
630. That's about. I don't know. Europe's been high for a long time.
That unleaded price is.
But that's real close to California prices right there.
Well, actually, that's closer to California's higher.
Yeah,
that's closer to probably Nevada.
Yeah.
So
wow.
Yeah, that's what I said. We're going to.
And we're not far off from it.
I'm not making another trip out there.
I figure we're going to be around 4th of July. We're going to be real close to that.
You know,
we're going to be doing investigations via camera.
Yeah, that's right.
It's just, I mean, our economy is going down the shitter quick, but it's just going to kill this country. And that's their whole goal. I mean, what else is it? But they're going to fix it. They're the ones causing the problem, but they're the ones going to fix it.
Yeah.
Does that
they're
make
not going to
sense?
fix anything.
I know that. That's what their claim is.
Well, you can wish in one hand and shit in the other and see what
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
But
they're not going to do nothing but just keep on hurting the American people
right
in this
they don't
country.
care.
No, they don't. Look what they, we had this baby food shortage. We
And
talked
we're
about
not going
this
to care when
before
we
the
toss
show.
their asses out. I
Right.
don't think they're going to make it to 2024. They may not make it to November.
I'm really worrying if we're going to make it until January next year.
That's what I'm wondering.
Current average price of regular in California, average, so very close to the amount that he posted, $6.06. Okay. Diesel, $66.57 in California.
Right.
So that is horrible. So, and it depends on the area in which you are. So that's
You look at the diesel prices. Look at what our farmers are having to put up with.
I know.
I know. I talked to one today. He just put in an 18-hour day.
Yeah.
In the tractor.
Yeah. Look how much fuel he used.
Yeah, I know.
I know. Putting these crops in, and you hope it takes it the first time where you don't have to go in.
He said, he goes, I didn't know why I do this.
No. Most of them will tell you, don't go to Vegas and gamble, become a farmer. It's a gamble.
Yeah. I said, well, what started the conversation? I said, wow. I said, looks like it's going to rain all day. And he said, oh my gosh. I goes, I don't want that. But he goes, what can you do? And I said, wow, nothing. Then he started telling me about where his farm was at, and he just did 18 hours in his tractor, and how the water could, how it could flood out where he's at between two creeks and a river, and like, man.
The thing is, Barbara, is impeachment the answer?
No.
Because is the replacement or replacements as bad
or
bad.
More. It's a whole administration. They got to go.
Worse.
Everyone in it is a bunch of dumbasses. I mean, I don't know what else to say. They have no clue what they're doing except destroying the country. They're very good at that. And they're good at cheating on elections. That's the only damn thing they can do right. That's it. That's all I know. But they screw up everything they touch.
They were talking their impeachment. I don't think it's going to be an impeachment. I think they're going to pull the 25th Amendment on him.
Oh, mental instability?
Yep.
Well, again, it is Mental Health Month.
But I think they're waiting for the right time for Harris and Pelosi to be ready to step up and really screw this country up. Because I got a funny feeling as soon as they get in, within 48 hours, they're going to declare martial law.
Good. That means
that's when we will have. They think the Civil War was bad in this country.
Oh yeah,
they ain't seen crap.
They'll see it
because in martial law, our military will not back up the martial law.
Nope.
It'll have to be the UN.
You think anyone in the military, except for Millie and that other dumbass, you think anyone else in the military is gonna stand up for these idiots? No. They hate them too.
The American people
can't stand them either.
The American people in the continental 48 United States right here have more weapons than any military in the entire world. They have documented all that information. We have more weapons. They're not going to do. They haven't seen crap yet.
No.
Hell, I was out in Junction. I go to Junction City a lot. I when I'm out there working, I'll see some troops coming in the store, and I talk to them.
Yeah, Port Riley.
And I said, how's things going? Just regular conversation. And I tell them, oh, unfortunately, you got a suck ass boss. And they put their head down. They're like, yeah, he's a dumbass. And I said, well, luckily I was, my boss was Reagan. So I was pretty happy.
Well, when your boss was Reagan, but wasn't your boss to start with Clinton?
Well, usually this time of year is when all the people, the kids are enlisting in the military because they just graduated high school and they're going to enlist and everything.
Yeah.
I checked up at our high school. We had 92 of them graduate this year. Yeah. Not a one of them is joining the military.
Why would you?
Yeah. Why
That's
would-
what I told him. I
Not
said,
only that-
smartest
No way.
decision right now you made.
Yep.
Who wants to join and have a boss, the commander, like
Yeah.
what's in there right now?
That's mentally unstable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why I
Well,
say
and
they're
her
going to
backup-
pull the 25th Amendment on him.
You know, Pelosi isn't any better. She's
No.
No.
Oh
she's
God,
a-
no!
She's
That-
a drunk.
Yeah, that's all she is.
Yeah.
and then you
Harris,
got
she's
Harris. She's just an
about as-
idiot.
She's
Harris
Stupid.
can't carry on a
She is. She
conversation
can't even
without
hold a
cackling,
conversation.
laughing.
She is such an idiot.
She's a hebephrenic. She laughs for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
She's most possibly possessed.
Well, I never thought.
I
of that.
wouldn't. I wouldn't put
I
that
wouldn't doubt
past
it.
her either.
But I also think we'll be in a war with China before the election in November, because China's going to get ready to attack Taiwan. And Biden already said if they do, we're backing Taiwan up. Our troops will be over there. So you wait and see. We'll be in war again with China.
And Barbara, I don't think so. I don't think I can read animals. If I could, I think I'd read my own and figure out what in the hell they want all the time. So, because we have one that all she does is complain at us all the time. So, but back to Sally's comment, digital currency, that's dropped off. I mean, look at that. I mean, Bitcoin's down below 30.
Yep.
So I think it's going to drop some more. I think people are finding out that it wasn't as stable as they wanted it to be.
Right.
And again, I wouldn't have a digital currency
No.
to save my life because I don't know how people are spending that digital currency
Exactly.
Right.
and who's
It's only
accepting.
worth what somebody else thinks it's worth.
Yeah.
That's
So
that's why I knew it was dumb to begin with.
if I can't hold it in my hand, I don't want it.
Right.
Keep that in mind out there, all those people sending me pics. If I can't hold it in my hand, I don't want it.
Whoa.
Oh,
Oh, I'm
Wow.
serious. Yours is
Wow.
you're my hand here.
she can hold you in her hand.
That's right. Just trying to make people laugh. If we
Baby
can't laugh,
cat.
we can't have a good day.
Yeah,
That's
we got to
right.
have fun. This show is about, we talk all the time and
What are you doing?
get
Sheila?
carried away once in a while, but we do have to make people laugh.
Oh,
And I'm
absolutely.
sorry, Barbara, that you're that Molly has cancer.
Mm.
Yeah, Molly's
Their
doing.
dog.
Yeah,
I would say
sorry.
Molly is usually a dog's name. So,
Yeah.
Be a cat.
Yeah.
but only thing I can tell you is that if she's got cancer and she's suffering, the best thing to do is do what you think is best for her,
right.
no matter what you
How,
think that
how old's
is.
your dog?
So-
She's up there in years. She's up there in
Yes,
years.
Sally, the government is pushing the
Man,
markets down.
that is, man. When it comes to pets, and you know something's wrong. It's hard to make that call because you know you need to do something, but
Mm-hmm.
But what?
it's hard to do.
Right.
You know what's best, but you want to keep them around.
Yeah, she's
longer.
11 years old.
But you don't want them to suffer either. So
Yeah,
Right.
we had a Oscar last year in July. Remember, we were supposed to go someplace and we couldn't because Oscar was sick. We
Mm-hmm.
had to give him medication. And not long after that, we had to make that hard decision. Ron told me what was going on over here. I was over at the kids. And it was a really hard decision. So, I came home and we took the cat and I just, I called him up front and told him, hey, this cat is suffering. We have to make the hard decision. And they wouldn't let me just say hard decision. They made me say it all out that we had to put the cat down because they need to be sure what I mean by that hard decision.
Right.
And it sucks. I hate having to tell the vet what the decision is at that time. Every
Right.
time. I don't know how many times I've had to say that. And I know I may have to say it at least 4 more times.
Right.
In fact, we thought that I was going to be doing that when we were in Vegas for my daughter, because my daughter said she didn't want to deal with that. And I said, well, if
Yeah, if your dog's eating, she's eating and acting fine, I'd say, keep going.
yep, keep going.
Surgery removed 95% of the tumor. So
Well, if you've already put the money into the dog, let the dog live the rest of his
exactly.
until the dog shows any signs of discomfort or you'll know. Dogs usually tend to go hide when they're ready to go.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's like, I've always had dogs and animals and growing up on farms and everything. If they're getting bad, we took them out and we put them down.
Yeah.
The only time I didn't do that was here lately, our little Chihuahua. I could not do that to that little dog.
Right.
I could not. And I
you
don't
always have
know.
one.
I was like, I can't do it. So we took her to the vet and she was in bad shape and had her put to sleep. But yeah, I couldn't do it.
So you're doing the right thing, Barbara.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
because it's not just about the dog, it's about you. How are you comfortable? How are you dealing with it? Those are the things that are most important.
Mm-hmm.
The dog, as long as the dog's living a quality life, that's really all you can ask for. So
That's it. But if they start suffering and they can't do nothing for it, don't let the animal suffer.
No. Got to think of the quality of life.
Yeah.
Exactly.
yeah, there's a lot of people like Jeffrey saying, why would I mine Bitcoin is such a joke at the moment. The cards are through the roof.
Yeah.
Well, we know people who mine Bitcoin. It may not be worth the electricity at this point to mine Bitcoin.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I have a friend up in Iowa.
Ryan's still doing it.
In Newton, actually. A friend of mine in Newton, he's mining Bitcoin. So
is Ryan.
And so is Ron's friend Ryan. So interestingly enough, they're not I don't think they're making they're definitely not making as much as they were, say, a month ago.
Right.
Or even, 6 months ago, they've been making great money.
Yeah.
So as you can tell, I'm going to be babysitting here soon.
Yeah, I know you are.
Wait until 7.
They're so worried about it.
Yeah.
She's calling every 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Kids got to do this, kids got to do that and stuff. So she went out on her own.
Well put.
But yeah. Ooh. But yeah, things are going that way. But like we was talking earlier before the show about the baby formula. And
Oh my gosh.
the shortage and everything. I never really paid that much attention to baby formula before. And
well, we knew it was low because we've been picking it up for our granddaughter.
Right. But to find out Ireland makes 40% of America's baby formula. I didn't know that.
Wow.
I didn't either.
And that's where they got this load that the military flew into Indiana. Was out of Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, thank God for competent other countries, right?
Well, that
run better.
That plant over there shut down for COVID, right? So they finally released it where they could open it up, and they had enough of the stuff there at the plant to go ahead and start making it again.
Yeah.
And they flew the first batch into Germany, and then from Germany to Indiana,
right?
They brought in.
And the thing is this is all special formula for children who have allergies, and they're only taking it to hospitals, doctors' offices, and places like that. None of this is going to the stores.
No, none of it.
So the question is so it's going to go to children's hospitals and wherever there are birthing people giving birth, to give it to them for those kids. And
and then they're going to give it to them, and then them babies going to go out of the hospital and they don't have nothing.
Well, I thought the Democrats were going to let the babies starve and just call it late-term abortion.
That's what they're doing. But
Yeah, I know.
Bye, Barbara. Talk to you later.
okay, Barbara, we'll
Bye,
talk to you
Barbara.
later.
So,
Yeah, we'll talk to you here in about 40 minutes.
yeah, Leah just called to say instead of the kids coming over there, Ruby doesn't want to come back out in the rain.
Oh, I don't blame him.
So,
It's
pouring.
it sucks out.
So they want me
Oh,
to
is
come
it
over
raining
there.
real hard down there?
Yeah. It's coming down in buckets.
Oh, it's not here. I don't hear it on my roof. So
We don't, thank God with the new roof, we don't hear it on our roof, but we can see it out the window.
did they have to rip all the shingles off and put a whole new roof on?
Yes, they did.
Man, you know what? When I got back from my walk, I thought, man, we got this roof on just in time because now I can come in. It's pouring down rain, and I don't have to run around the house and see where to put a bucket.
Hey, did you get your bolted ceiling painted?
No.
Oh,
I've got to find a painter.
That won't be anytime soon.
We got to
That
pay for
can
that.
wait.
We got to pay for that out of our own pocket.
It doesn't matter.
No.
That
So-
can wait.
So
go get you a scaffolding, get up there and paint it.
it's
We
No.
need to start back here and work our way forward.
when we do. I have to clean out the entire living room as well when the time comes. So it'll be better. I'm gonna clean out one room, get that all taken care of, and then another room and another room. But that's the way it's gonna have to go.
Oh,
So
I know.
see why we've been married 38 years.
She hid my paint.
I did not. I did not.
Oh, she
She
did.
thinks after I finish painting and redo the floors that I'm going to secretly put our house up for sale or something. I don't know.
I don't know where the paint is.
I said, you know what? If nothing else, if we're going to stay here, let's at least fix it up and make it look livable.
There you
I mean, you
go.
can tell we raised 4 kids. They tore the crap out of this house.
Our carpet is threadbare.
I mean, they
Our walls.
tore it up. But
There-
that's what kids do. I mean, we knew it was going to happen.
There's stickers
Right.
on this.
It just now it
floor.
just needs to be fixed, which can be done.
I just got the stickers off the door in our bedroom on our closet last year from when Leah was 2. She's 23. Okay. And we have ink marks on the wall from Ruby. We have in one of the rooms, we have mascara on the door that won't come off. We have somebody
You sell the
spilled.
stickers down on that closet door downstairs?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna have to get all those off.
Good luck.
Oh, I'll get them
It'd
off.
be cheaper to buy a damn door.
Yeah, got to paint all the doors anyway. But yeah, I've got to get all the
Man.
stickers off of every damn thing. And let's see, tape. When Leah was little, she taped everything to our walls in the downstairs living room.
Uh-huh.
Funny thing is she did that when between the ages of 2 and 7. I cannot get the stains off the wall because you know what they
Got
painted our
cat
house
puke
in?
on the walls.
Got cat puke on the wall from when we had a cat tree,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't get it off. I've tried. It's because we have flat wall paint.
I'm like, what did they do? I mean, they get up in the cat tree. Oh man, this height's making me nauseous. Ugh.
It's sad.
I don't know.
It's sad, And
I
Yeah,
called
but
the
those
tree.
are
I didn't-
memories. Those are
We
good
got rid of the
memories.
damn thing.
yeah, we gave,
Yeah.
we gave
Gave that away. I'm like, man, this thing.
Now,
is worthless.
Are your kids out in Vegas? Or are they still moving to Florida?
they're moving somewhere because they asked me about Louisiana, and I told them not to move to Louisiana. I said, unless you're planning on your kids going to private school and you live above I-10. So here's the third cat
There's
to-
my kid
to make her appearance
There's
today.
old Kiki.
Yeah. Like I said, all the cats had to make their appearance on the
You
show.
probably hear her purring.
Yep. This one,
Artwork. Yeah, that's what we call it. Artwork.
Yeah.
so yeah, I've
Oh, yeah.
got plans, and we have so much furniture
I
in
don't think
this
we
room.
sold our house. That'd be a good selling point. Oh, here's our kids' artwork. You're
Original-
welcome to keep it.
Yeah.
Their original artwork. So
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got all kinds of things I've got to do before I can even paint. I have to get some rooms cleaned out to move furniture into one room to paint a room. And this room is going to be painted 2 different colors of purple.
I was going to say it had to be purple.
And one of our bathrooms is going to be periwinkle.
This is a
It's
cool
going to be what?
Periwinkle.
What the
Bluish
hell is
purple.
it? Oh, okay.
And the thing about periwinkle, they say that periwinkle bathrooms can sell a house.
Thank you.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I gotta
wow, I didn't care. I mean,
Yeah.
If I'm just going in there to
it's-
take a poop, it can be white. I don't care.
I
As
don't
long as it's
care.
clean.
I'm colorblind. It don't matter.
Yeah, to you it's gray. So, but yeah, before I had surgery a few years ago, I painted the bathroom pale blue. It needs to be repainted. You know what? We got 4 minutes left.
I know.
So, where can we find you, Rex? We
Yeah.
shared your unexplainable art on Facebook out
You
there.
can-
Where can people find you?
you can find me on my just my personal Facebook page. You can't miss it. It's got Salvador Dali on it, so that one's not hard to find. And of course my AOP. It's not, just look up All Up Paranormal, and I'm the one that has Waverly Hills in the background, and one of my drawings down below of one of the nuns I've done. So, but yeah, that's where you can find me. Or come to Iowa and you can find me in Oline, Iowa. I mean,
Well, we are planning on a trip up there in August. We have a family reunion in Red Oak.
Okay.
Or in Stanton. We're staying in Red Oak on the August 12th, 13th. And we're planning on going up to see Kelly.
Okay.
So, and a friend of mine in Newton is going to come up and see us as well. And
because
so
Kelly just got a hold of me the other day. Well, it was
Did she?
Yeah, she was, telling me, about, sorry for mom. And she said that I said, well, I still got the 2 pictures that I made for you. They're ready to be sent out, but I need your address. She goes, oh, don't worry about it. She goes, I'm going to be down that way between the 5th and the 8th of June, but I'll let you know exactly what day I'll be there. So
good. Well,
Yeah,
when you
and
see her,
is she
give her
still
a
gonna
big
have
hug.
to go?
What?
I certainly will. Is she still having the event this year?
No, they were supposed to come out with an announcement about that. I talked to Michelle, and Michelle said that they can't have the event this year because of health issues. So,
Which is understandable.
So we all need, just pray. Just pray for all the people in your lives that are not feeling well, that everybody has good health, and we'll just go from there, because I don't know exactly what's going on. My mind tells me what's going on, but my mind is not always in the right place. So we'll keep it at that. And you guys can find me here every Tuesday night with Carl and Ron and whoever I find to be our friend for the day.
Yeah.
And like I said, keep tuning in, and I'll let you know when I have an announcement to make on where you can find the Paranormal Pride.
Right. And always check out the Bill of Rights Network. There's a schedule pin post on the Facebook page there. Check out Things Network, where we're also live over on. And go check out Temple of the Phoenix Rising Entertainment, where we're live at. So check all those out. Here in 30 minutes, come to the Bill of Rights Network and check out Conservative View with Barbara, Sally, and Tina on there. So with that being said, we'll see you next Tuesday night here on Paranormal Nation Radio. Not so normal. Have a good evening.
Night,
Bye,
everybody.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.